What's going on? Six-stroke roll. Your six-stroke roll, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is your right, left, left, right, right, left. Again, slower. Right, left, left, right, right, left. With this six-stroke roll, we're going to be playing this 16th triplets, so everything's going to be nice and fluid. You can also think of this as single, double, double, single, and of course you can play that leading with your left hand, just reversing everything. Single with your left, two rights, two lefts, and a right on the end. But in this case, we are going to lead with our right hand. Very simple, straightforward. Let's dive in. In the first part, group 1, the first group on beat 1, we're going to start by playing our right hand on the hi-hat, left hand on the snare. We're going to play that single, double, double, right? Your double here and your single. Right, left, left, right, right, left. What's really important about this on the snare drum in this case is we're going to play it as ghost notes, because on beats 2 and 4 we are going to start our six-stroke roll with an accent, and we want that to punch through. So it's very important that anytime we don't play that accent on exact beat 2 and exact beat 4, that we are ghost notes, so there's a discernible difference within volume, within dynamic range. So again, six-stroke roll, right hand on the hi-hat, left hand on the snare, right, left, left, right, right, left. Now we are going to make this a groove, so we're going to bury the kick right underneath that first starting right on the hi-hat. Okay. Beat 2, we're going to accent as we said on the snare. So to do that, we're going to switch our hands. So we cross-sticked on the first part. Now on group 2, we're going to switch it to open hand, and our right hand is going to accent on the snare, but otherwise we're going to play the exact same pattern. And again, making sure that we ghost on the snare drum other than that accent at the beginning. So we're going to play right, left, left, right, right, left. Again, right, left, left, right, right, left. So the way we do this is we switch it back and forth. Kick on the beat 1 with our six-stroke roll. And then cross our hands the other way. And that's beat 1 and beat 2. So we're not going to play it continually. It's just going to happen once of each. All right? Beats 3 and 4, we're going to follow again with a six-stroke roll, but this time we're actually going to play our doubles on the same drum or cymbal as we do it. So beat 3, we're going to play that kick underneath it, and we're going to start in the hi-hat like we did before. And this time, instead of staying cross-stick, we're going to allow the doubles to happen as ghost notes on the snare. So it's going to be right up on your hi-hat. Now my doubles with my left and my right are going to be on the snare drum, followed by the ending single stroke back up to the hi-hat. So another way to view this is, in beat 3, with a group of 6, both of your singles are going to be in the hi-hat, and both of your doubles ghosting are going to be on the snare drum. So slower. Again, what happened is my single at the beginning and the very end happened to the hi-hat, all my ghosts and the snare drum in the middle. All right? And then, of course, we're going to switch that just like we did from beat 1 to beat 2. For beat 3 and beat 4, we're going to do the exact same thing, but we're going to switch it. So we're going to start on the snare instead of the hi-hat. And this one, your single strokes will be on the snare. We're going to accent the very first one on beat 4 to make sure that we're bringing out that 2 and 4 throughout this groove. And then our doubles this time, instead of being on the snare, will be up on the hi-hat. So we'll play it like this. Okay? Right, left, left, right, right, left. And that very last left that we're going to ghost it. So as we follow through, we did at the beginning, we want to make sure we're only accenting on beat 2 exactly and a beat 4 exactly, and everything else with the snare drums ghosted. All right? So here's the second half of this, beats 3 and beats 4, with a kick underneath it. A little bit slower. And then we just put that whole thing together. So beats 1 and 2, we stay cross-sticked on beat 1, open up for beat 2, and our hands stay there. For beats 3 and 4, we start the single on the hi-hat, we play our doubles on the snare, back to the single up here, and then on beat 4, we hammer on the snare drum, we play our doubles up on the hi-hat, and back to the snare on the very end of that. So it looks like this. And that's it. That's the whole thing. We base this on the six-stroke roll, which is really cool because if you're very comfortable with the six-stroke rolls, if this is not something brand new, and even if it is, you can kind of work something around the kit as a drum fill and come right back into this. So you're literally just playing six-stroke rolls continuously and orchestrating it in different ways and finding out where your hands and where your feet work into it. And that's it. That's the whole thing. So I hope you enjoy that and have fun with it. 6-stroke rolls are awesome. That is my favorite rudiment, so I hope you get a chance to kind of explore and be creative with this and start with this and kind of go around the kit and try different things. But enjoy it. 6-stroke roll groove. I'll see you next time.